Hi, and welcome to Skincare by Sydney. I'm Sydney, I'm a dermatology PA, and today we're talking about Keratosis Pilaris. So this is a skin condition that's really common on the cheeks on the face. Back of the arm is probably where we see it most. Also can be on the thighs. It's typically more on the back of the thighs and buttocks, but sometimes it will be on the inner thighs and even the front of the thighs. So the reason I decided to wear my white coat is that this is technically a medical diagnosis, and there are prescriptions that help, but skincare is really the key. So it's a chronic condition you have to maintain so it doesn't flare, and typically it is going to get worse in winter months. So all of the treatments I'm going to talk about today really is the answer to what is winter skincare. So you need to exfoliate and you need to moisturize. Those are like the two main things for healthy skin in general, but especially with KP, which is what we call Keratosis Pilaris, because it's way easier. So what happens in KP is the hair follicles get clogged with keratin, and we are mammals, so we do have hair follicles all over our bodies. It's just very obvious on the cheeks and the back of the arm. It almost looks like you can peel out like a pimple, but what that is the keratin that's clogging the hair follicle. So that's why exfoliating is so important. There are two ways to exfoliate. Physical exfoliators, which are going to actually like be textured. So you can find those in a pad like this, which I got at Target. They're called facial buffs. So for cleansing, but you can also just use them by themselves, and you can use these multiple times. This is great for the face and body. You can get a physical exfoliating product, which feels like sand. So I hope you can see that, but it's more of the texture is extremely sandy and gritty. And on that note, if you're ever at the beach, the water or the sand that's near the water is so good for KP. It's great exfoliator for all over the body. So you can just pick up some and rub it all over. Also, toning pads are so great for the face and the body as well. And these are done out of the shower. They look like this. And what's unique about toning pads is that they are physical exfoliators, because I would get the ones that are textured. Not all toning pads are textured. But they also are chemical exfoliators because they have salicylic acid, lactic acid, glycolic acid. It depends on the toning pad exactly what they have. But these are really great ones. So of course, when we talk about skin on the face, it's going to be different than skin on the body. And over here, I have some products just like kind of as a sample of the type of product that you can use. So I love this cleanser by SkinMedica. I don't really love SkinMedica like as a skincare line. I think if you use all SkinMedica, it's fine. That's a whole nother story. But this is a product they have that really stands out. So we call it the Baja exfoliating cleanser. It has a gritty texture. AHA or AHA is lactic acid and glycolic acid. BHA is salicylic acid. So this is an example of a chemical and physical exfoliator, which is going to be great for KP on the face. There are also products like this this is a nightly exfoliating treatment. It has glycolic and lactic acid in it. So this is going to be like a cream. We would use this on more sensitive skin. And also you could probably use this daily. Some of the others, like this one, depending on your skin type, you may only be able to use it like 1 to 3 times a week. For my skin type, I can use it twice a day and not have any issues. So another example is Glycolic Acid 10%. This is a serum. So it's not going to be a physical exfoliator in any way, but it is a chemical exfoliator. And so you just rub this together like any serum and you press it into your skin. So we also use glycolic acid for anti-aging, for acne, but on the face, a serum can be nice. And then a retinoid works by lifting dead skin cells off. So we say that it increases cell turnover. Obviously that's going to be good to help get the clogged hair follicles unclogged. Okay, so moving on, I just want to quickly talk about some of my favorite products. I do have 2 prescription options here. Like I said, this is something that is typically diagnosed, but I feel like there's kind of a gap in care because there aren't great prescriptions, and it does end up being more skincare, and it's also chronic. And so that's a conversation that has to be had with the provider that you see. So first, let's talk about skincare. In the exfoliating category, and this is also going to be for the body, I love sea salt scrubs so much. So these are 3 products that I absolutely love. They are all gritty, so they all have a physical exfoliator effect. These 2 right here are also pretty oily, so they actually exfoliate and moisturize all in one in the shower. The First Aid Beauty, it's called the KP Bump Eraser Body Scrub with 10% AHA. So we're gonna test yourself, or test you. What kind of exfoliator is this? So it's gonna be a chemical exfoliator because it has 10% AHA, but it's also a physical exfoliator because it's super, super gritty. This is one that is really just meant for the body, and it says body scrub. And then this Tree Hut brand, it's a sugar scrub, sea salt scrub, really any that you see are totally fine. I've used this one since high school. And then this is like a super random product that somebody gave me or sent me, and it's called a sugar whipped soap. But when you open it up, just to show you, it's a sea salt scrub. So I'm not gonna say this is like the #1 product that you need to use, but just like with all skincare, I want you to be able to look at a product and understand what step it falls into and how you would use it based off the ingredients. Okay, so lastly, these are just all moisturizers. And there are 2 that are prescriptions, and so they're medicated. One is Ammonium Lactate Lotion. It's 12% ammonium lactate. This is a chemical exfoliator. There's a brand over the counter called Amlactin, which I recommend a lot to patients. Sometimes I will prescribe this. It kind of just depends on price. Another one is actually Urea Cream. And I just like to mention this because it's something that we use to, well, for a lot of reasons. The strength is very important, but we typically think of using it on thick skin, on like the feet or elbows, for various conditions. So I would not recommend like walking into a dermatology clinic and just asking for these prescriptions, but there are certain situations where we will offer them up based off like the severity and the location of the KP. So one of the best things you can do for KP is just moisturize as much as possible throughout the day. And so I personally have KP on the back of my arms, and actually my siblings have it. My brother even has it on his cheeks, on the face as well. So I found that even the redness is better with just moisturization. So I take care of exfoliation in the shower. Outside of the shower, you can use a toning pad like on your face. I always rub it on the back of my arms for KP, and of course on the neck and chest, which is more for like anti-aging. Then here are some of the best moisturizers I've found for KP. So La Roche-Posay has 2. It's called the Lipicar line. This is the balm. It's pretty thick. They also have a lotion that's not as thick, but may be able to kind of see it. But that's just rubbing it in easily. I recommend putting on lotion within 30 minutes. And I say I recommend, really that's just general guidelines by the AAD. But if you will moisturize within 3 minutes of getting out of the shower, still have some water on your skin and rub these in. They're not as thick, but it's like your skin absorbs them very, very quickly, and you stay moisturized longer throughout the day. So there's always like good old coconut oil that you can use. Oh, I do have 2 medicated options here. One is Amlactin, like I was actually talking about earlier. Forgot I had this one. So this is a 15% lactic acid moisturizer. Anytime a moisturizer has a screw top lid, it's going to be a lot thicker than if it's in a pump. Lipicar balm is about as thick as you're gonna find in a pump. So again, this has lactic acid, this has ammonium lactate. Amlactin, the whole brand, is based off this prescription, or what used to be only prescription ammonium lactate. And then a favorite just brand in general at the drugstore is Vanicream. I love this one because it's in a pump, but you can also close it off, and you can, thought you could lock it. But this is another one that's pretty thick, like the La Roche-Posay Lipicard. And two others that I just have here, Renewal Calming Cream by Epionce, and then the Melting Body Balm by Beauty Counter. So moisturizing in itself, no matter what it is, the thicker the better. Do it often, so important. But you also have to exfoliate for KP. And you can look for ingredients in products like the KP body lotion by First Aid Beauty has 10% AHA, for example. There are some moisturizers for the face that also have a chemical exfoliator in it as well. So I hope that was helpful. If you take anything from this, just exfoliate and moisturize, and your skin is going to be super healthy and glow. Thank you so much for watching, and subscribe or ask comments below for more.